What if the cycles that you keep facing actually aren't random, but are in fact an indicator that those cycles are cycles that need to be healed?
Elevate with Monique. Elevating. Elevate with Monique. Elevate.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Gracefully Elevating with Monique. And of course, I am your hostess, Monique. Now, listen, first of all, I just want to say that the month of October is very near and dear to my heart because I am going to be sharing with you practical ways that I have been able to find peace beyond my pain, and I'm sharing it through my very first book project. It is called Peace Beyond Your Pain. Yes, I did it. I am patting myself on the back. This is my very first book. I'm excited to share it with you. And throughout this month, we are going to talk about the various things that I did. Now, the way that I went through my journey is not the only way that you can find peace beyond your pain. However, I am humbly sharing with you what worked for me, and perhaps some of it may work for you. So, first of all, I want you to find the link somewhere in this video. Go support and purchase your copy of Peace Beyond Your Pain. And then I also have a workbook that complements it. And the workbook really is a container for you to keep your thoughts, work through some of the activities. But more importantly, it really just helps you to structure your thoughts and your feelings as you are finding peace beyond your pain. So, with that being said, today we are talking about identifying the pain indicators in our lives. And the reality is sometimes we don't really know what the pain indicators are in our lives. Now, granted, there are some major ones that are easy to identify, right? But there are some that in many cases we've experienced in our childhood, in our adolescent life, that we don't even realize has helped to shape the trajectory of the rest of our lives until we address those issues, right? And so for me, I found it important to start identifying my pain indicators. Let me back up a little bit and say, I have journeyed through this process. And to be honest with you, I still revisit some of these things to make sure that even if I'm feeling weird, or if I'm going through something, or if I'm experiencing a level of pain in my current life, I'm remembering how to find peace beyond it. But this was a journey of, I don't know, 10, 15 years for me. Okay. So have grace with yourself and don't think that everything is supposed to be perfect just because you started working on yourself or this process 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago. It takes time and it takes work. Okay. I'm listening to a book right now, Michelle Obama's book, The Light That We Carry. And she talks a lot about how, as children and adolescents, we experience these little cuts, right? These little cuts in our lives. It could be something as simple as the way that a teacher responds to you in class when you are 8 years old in front of your peers. It could be something as major as being picked on, in the neighborhood and being bullied by kids who don't like you. Those are two very different experiences, but both of them have the tendency to create pain in your life that you then carry. So for me, what was important was to really sit down and identify the indicators that I was carrying. Some of them were obvious, like the absence of my mother, right? Or being bullied as a child. Some of them were subtle, like being compared to my peers and not realizing what that was doing to my internal self-esteem, or you know, having toxic relationships and choosing people who really didn't deserve my time, attention, energy, or what have you. And so it was important for me to sit down and really start to think about what my pain indicators were. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Because I did have amnesia to some of those things, I had suppressed it so long, it really took the patience, and it took me being willing to sit with myself long enough for God to download into me things that I had forgotten about over the years. Yes, this can be very triggering. Yes, it can bring up some feelings that you may have suppressed. But the beautiful part about it is that you have two choices. You can continue to suppress them and continue to live in that painful state, consciously or unconsciously, or you can choose to have courage to face those things head on and deal with them so that you could finally find peace beyond that pain. The choice is yours. I need you to understand, though, that if you decide to identify those pain indicators, that is your first step to transformation. The beautiful thing that all of us have in life is the ability to choose, right? God is not going to do the work for us. He will provide the resources. This video could be a resource for you. Certainly, Peace Beyond Your Pain book and workbook is a resource for you. There are countless ways for you to find the information, but you have to do the work in order to find the results that you are looking for in your life. I get it. Not everybody had painful memories in their childhood. Not everybody had painful memories in their adolescent stage, but there are parts of your life, I'm sure, that you have tucked away that for some reason or another keep showing up in some way as a result of that pain or those pain indicators, and they are waiting for you to address them and heal them so that you can move into a place of peace. You're not broken, sis. You just have some pain that you need to heal. And I am here to walk you through that journey. Now, listen, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to sit with yourself, and you will find this activity actually in the Peace Beyond Your Pain workbook. But you are going to be called to sit with yourself and identify your pain indicators. Okay. I've even started to do this myself again. And really, what I want you to do is I want you to create a timeline of your life. And I want you to start identifying the places and the areas in your life where pain may have been a part of that space, a part of that time in your life. Because the more you know about how you operate and why you operate the way you do, the more you are going to be able to lean into that transformation. I love you so much. I love you so much that I am rooting for you to find that peace beyond your pain. I am rooting for you to find that next level of personal elevation because you deserve it. It's not for me, sis. It's for you because you deserve it. We all deserve to live a fulfilled, joyous, blessed life. And you can't do that if you are carrying around weight that is weighing you down. So find the link somewhere on this video. Grab a copy of Peace Beyond Your Pain, and let's journey through this together so that you can find peace. Now, if you are a first-time viewer of Gracefully Elevating with Monique, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. I pour into this channel things that are important for us as women to implement into our lives so that we can continue to grow and glow and vibrate at the highest frequency we have been designed to vibrate from. And then if you are a returning viewer, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for the love. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the share. Hint, hint, go ahead and like and share. And I will see you in the next video. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Bye.
Elevate with Monique.